So in today's video, I'm going to explain to you how to invest depending on how old you are and the three main factors to consider when trying to invest: your age, your risk capacity, and your risk tolerance. Before considering how to invest, I want you to understand the concept of asset allocation. There are more or less 5 main asset classes: stocks, crypto, bonds, cash, and real estate. And each of these asset classes behave differently depending on what's going on in the market and also give you a different risk to reward ratio. For example, stocks are riskier than bonds, but crypto is riskier than stocks. I want to highlight at this point, this is not financial advice. If you need financial advice, contact a registered professional, and the views expressed in this video do not represent my employer or anyone I work with. Let's go back to the 3 main factors. The most important one is your age. Your age is literally the key to investing. Let me explain. Your age literally determines how much returns you can generate and also how much you can recover if a maximum drawdown happens. For example, if you're 18-year-old and someone that's 55-year-old, both of you are guaranteed 10% return each year. The person that's 18 obviously has a longer time frame to generate those returns, and as such will earn more money than the 55-year-old. And also, if for example a drawdown happens if you're invested in Microsoft stock, that happens when you're 21, you have a longer time frame for that stock price to go back up compared to someone that's 55 and actually not see that stock price go back up. The other 2 important factors I mentioned was your risk tolerance and risk capacity. These 2 things sound the same, but they're completely different. Let me explain. Your risk tolerance is how much volatility you're willing to stomach. For example, if you're a crypto bro, you could stomach 100% drawdown in Bitcoin because you believe it's going to the moon. But if, for example, like my girlfriend, if her stock is 10% down, she can barely sleep at night. So that's what your risk tolerance is how much you can actually stomach. However, your risk capacity is how much you're able to invest. All things being equal, a millionaire versus someone working in Starbucks, the millionaire can afford to invest probably £10,000 a month in just Apple stock, whereas someone working at Starbucks or a student can probably just invest £50. And those 2 factors literally underline how you invest and how much you're willing to invest. All things being equal, when you're 18 and when you're in your 20s, this is the time where you would have the highest risk tolerance, but also the lowest risk capacity. Let me explain. When you're 18 to 20, this is the time where you have to actually develop that risk tolerance because you have the longest time frame to invest. Like I said, the age is the key factor, but also you have the lowest risk capacity because you're probably a student or you work a 9-to-5 job that you completely hate and doesn't pay you that well. But at this point, although you can't invest as much, what you start training is being able to stomach large drawdowns. And there's a lot of research out there saying people can actually learn this, but I believe I've converted my girlfriend. Before, she couldn't stomach 5% drawdowns, but I've told her, hey, don't open your app as much. Don't think about it. Think long term. When you actually start thinking long term, you're able to stomach those drawdowns a lot more. Now at this age, to generate the most returns, what you want to do is double down on risky assets. And I mean risky, I mean stocks and crypto. Now how you do that is actually up to you. There are different ways of actually computing a portfolio. For example, no financial advice. Someone could be literally 90% Bitcoin and 10% Tesla, whereas someone else could be 50% Bitcoin, 50% S&P, or someone else could be 50% Ethereum, 10% Bitcoin, and maybe, 40% Apple stock. But the whole point here is you want to make sure you're on risky assets so able to earn more money over the long run. Now when you get to your 30s, your risk capacity should increase if you're doing the right stuff. Basically, you're earning more money, you should be able to invest a bit more, and also your risk tolerance would also increase because, for example, if you're 20 and you went all in on Bitcoin or Tesla stock and that went to the moon and you earned a lot of money, that basically reinforces the idea that, you know what, I need to double down on riskier assets. So actually you could go more risk seeking. Now at this point, because you're earning a bit more, your portfolio allocation could be 40% crypto, 40% individual stocks, and maybe 20% real estate. The whole point here is you still want to be heavily invested in risky assets. Now when you get to your 40s, this is when you meet the first crossroads. At this point, your risk capacity is at its highest. Like more or less you're an MD at a bank, ED at a bank, you're earning a lot of money, But at the same time, you have a wife, you have a kid, you have a husband, and now emotions get involved. Because you're so scared of losing your money in the stock market or on crypto, your risk tolerance starts to decrease. Like even the crypto bro that was all in on Bitcoin, at this point he's probably thinking, you know what, I've earned a lot of money in Bitcoin, maybe I should start looking at bonds or cash. And our sample portfolio at this point could be 40% bonds, 40% stocks, and maybe 20% in cash or 20% in real estate. The whole point here is the amount of risky assets in your portfolio is starting to decline quite a bit. And now at 60, the retirement age. Honestly, if you're holding crypto at this age, I honestly salute you because I will not be doing that. At this point, you want to switch to low risk assets, which is why you typically hear people investing in bonds, money markets, even cash, maybe a high yield savings account or like a normal current account. At this point, you don't really have any need to try and get 20% returns, 10% returns. You more or less just want to make sure that your money you've invested is still keeping in line with inflation or maybe just below inflation. So even inflation is 8% and you're able to earn 5% in a bond, 4% in money markets, that should be enough to carry you to, time is up. And I'll end the video saying this: the best time to invest was yesterday, and the second best time to invest is right now. Start right now, don't wait for anything. If the problem is lack of knowledge, go on YouTube, get some courses, because if you're watching this video right now and you're young, below 30, young, honestly, starting to invest early is the best financial decision you're ever gonna make in your life.